Welcome back to We Can Do It Women. I'm Deborah Morrison, and today we're diving into one of the most critical financial decisions you are ever going to make. Yeah, that's when and how to claim your Social Security benefits. Here's the truth. I've seen single decisions about Social Security cost women hundreds of thousands of dollars over their lifetimes. I'm not kidding. But I've also seen smart strategies add those same amounts, groups of zeros, to women's retirement income. And the difference? Understanding the rules that apply specifically to women, because our Social Security landscape is so much more complex than that of our male counterparts. Yes, it is. And today I'm going to share strategies that could potentially add tens of thousands of dollars to your lifetime benefits. So we're going to cover widow's benefits, divorced spouse benefits, and timing strategies that most people never hear about. So grab your notebook. You're going to want to take some notes on this one. The number one Social Security mistake widows make. Let's start with the biggest mistake I see widows making, claiming the wrong benefit at the wrong time. And here's the typical scenario. Woman loses her husband, and overwhelmed by grief and financial uncertainty, she goes to the Social Security office and takes whatever they offer her immediately. You need to know this. So few people do. Social Security agents, the people that are behind the desk with the data, are forbidden by employment contract from rendering advice. Yes, they are. They can be fired for giving advice. Now, I tell you that because people tend to, and I get it. You want to go into the office, you think that person works there, they probably know what the heck they're doing. They've seen your situation a lot. That your financial security is so much more important than relying upon them. And moreover, they can get fired for telling you advice. Okay, so they can tell you what you're eligible for, but they can't tell you what's optimal for your long-term financial health. So you're going to get all the data from them, write it down. They're going to give you printouts, and then you're going to take it to a fiduciary coach, financial coach, or financial planner and start to decipher it. So as a widow, you have up to 3 potential benefits. Yes, you do. First, your own retirement benefit based on your work record. If you have one, you might not have worked outside the home. Second, a survivor benefit based upon your late husband's record. And third, if you might have been previously married for 10 plus years, a benefit is based on an ex-spouse's record. Now, the key here is understanding you can take one benefit first and then switch to another later if you know the rules. So let me give you a real example. I had a client, let's call her Margaret. When her husband died, she was 62. Social Security offered her an immediate survivor benefit of $1,200 per month, and she almost took it. But we ran the numbers and discovered that if she waited until her full retirement age of 67, that same survivor benefit would be about $1,800 a month, from $1,200 to $1,800 a month, a difference of $600 every single month. Over her lifetime, that decision was worth well over $150,000. Here's the sophisticated strategy we used. Margaret took her own reduced retirement benefit at age 62 while letting her survivor benefit grow. Then at 67, she switched to her full survivor benefit. And this strategy gave her income during those 5 years while it maximized her lifetime survivor benefits. Strategy number 2, divorced women's hidden benefits. Now let's talk about Social Security's best kept secrets. Divorced spouse benefits. Yeah, if you were married for 10 or more years and are currently unmarried, that's the stipulation, you may be entitled to benefits on your ex-husband's record, even if he's remarried. Here's what's amazing about this. Your benefit doesn't reduce his benefit or his current wife's benefit. It's like Social Security gives each qualifying ex-spouse her own separate account. I had a client who was married 3 times. Each of the marriages lasted more than 10 years. That's the requisite. She was eligible for benefits on all 3 ex-husbands' records. We calculated which would give her the highest benefit. Here are the rules. You must have been married for at least 10 years. You must be currently unmarried, and you must be 62 years old. Your ex-spouse must be entitled to the benefits, even though he might not even be claiming them yet. Just needs to be entitled to them. And the Social Security office will tell you that when you're going to go there, you're going to take everybody's birth certificate and your marriage certificate. Not everybody's birth, your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, your divorce certificate, blah, 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 blah. Now, here's a strategy many divorced women don't know. You can claim a divorced spouse benefit and then let your own benefit grow until age 70, like our first example in the woman we'll call Margaret, and then switch if your own benefit becomes higher. So here's another example. Sarah, divorced after 25 years of marriage. Yeah, her ex-husband, ex-husband was a high earner, but Sarah had taken time off to raise kids, so her own Social Security benefit was rather modest. So at 62, Sarah claimed her reduced benefit on her ex-husband's record. This gave her own record on which, it was measly because she had taken time out to raise kids. And it gave the time for that to benefit, and it grew. And at age 70, then her own benefit with the delayed retirement credits, which are 8% a year, became higher than the divorced spouse benefit. So she switched. And this strategy gave Sarah the best of both worlds: income when she needed it and maximum benefits for the rest of her life. Number 3, timing strategies that maximize benefits. Now let's talk about timing, because when you claim can be just as important as which benefit you claim. Yeah, so you're going to see a benefit claim table, and you can see your full retirement age depends on when you were born. For most women watching the video, it's between age 66 and 67. But you can claim as early as your age 62 or as late as your age 70. You don't want to push it beyond age 70. You're not going to get any more money, which is contrary, because if you claim at 62 or 65 or 67, even if that's your full retirement age, FRA, you could defer, and from that date forward, you would receive 8% a year through your age 70. So here's the math. You claim at 62, you get about 75% of your full benefit. Then you claim at full retirement age, you get 100% of your benefit. So that's the thing, you wait until your full FRA, full retirement age, and you get 100% of your benefit. But if you say, I'm going to take it now, I'm age 62, you're going to get about 75% of that FRA, that full benefit. Or you can say, wait a minute, I like that 8% a year. I'm going to wait until age 70. Then you get about 132% of your full benefit. And you can get the math, right? 132 is 32% more than 100%, which you get at your full retirement age. But if your full retirement age is like 66, 4 more years, 4 times 8% is 32. Okay, so those delayed retirement credits from your full retirement age to 70 are worth 8% a year. Guaranteed. Show me any other investment that guarantees you 8% annual returns. But here's where it gets interesting for women. Because we live longer on average, we're likely to have much more time to benefit from those higher monthly payments to us. So let me walk you through the calculation. Let's say your full retirement benefit is $2,000 a month. If you claim at 62, it'd be $1,500 a month for life. If you wait until 70, it's $2,640 per month for life. That's a difference of $1,140 every single month. Now, critics say, well, what if I die early? I'll miss out on the years of benefits. Here's the reality. If you live to your mid-80s or beyond, which is increasingly likely for women, waiting pays off significantly. And if you're married or widowed, there's another factor that you may want to consider, and that is your claiming decision affects your current spouse's potential survivor benefits. So the higher benefit that you build up in your account, the more your spouse could receive as a survivor. So in your current marriage, if you die first, your spouse is going to get a survivor benefit. But if you're taking, your own benefit now, it's going to be a significantly lesser survivor benefit to your current spouse. Now, that may or may not matter to you. Depends on your financials and the financials of your current spouse. Now, number 4, how working affects your benefits. So people ask, well, what if I'm collecting Social Security? Can I still work? Yes, you can, but with some limitations and considerations. So there's an earnings test formula for Social Security. If you're under your age, your full retirement age and collecting benefits, there's the earnings test. In 2025, you can earn up to $23,400 without adversely affecting your benefits. Now, for every $2 you earn above the $23,400, Social Security reduces your benefits by $1. So for every $2 you earn above that threshold, Social Security reduces your benefit by $1, but doesn't go away. Here's what they don't really explain. This isn't a permanent reduction, first of all. When you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your benefits to account for those months that they withheld the benefits due to your earnings. So it kind of comes back to you. And once you reach full retirement age, there's no earning limit at all. You can work and earn as much as you want while collecting full Social Security benefits. Now, plus, if you continue working and paying into Social Security, you can increase your future benefits if these new earnings are higher than the years used in your original calculation. So here's a couple examples. Two more real-world examples to bring this all together. Linda, a 64-year-old widow, has her situation like this. She has her own benefit, and at full retirement age, her benefit would be $1,800. Her survivor benefit would be $2,200. So she takes her own reduced benefit at 64. So $1,620 per month, and she lets her survivor benefit grow. And at age 67, which is her FRA, full retirement age, she'll switch over to the full survivor benefit of the $2,200 a month. So she got income during the waiting period, plus the maximum of her Social Security survivor benefits for her life. Give you a second example. Carol, 62-year-old divorcee, she was divorced after 15 years of marriage. Her own benefit would be $1,400 at full retirement age. Her divorced spouse benefit would be $1,600. So she claimed the divorced spouse benefit at full retirement age, $1,600, while letting her own benefit grow until age 70, which absolutely increased her own benefit from $1,400 to $1,848 because the delayed credits after her full retirement age until age 70. So she got higher income now with the option to switch if her own benefit becomes more valuable. So what are your action steps? Here's what I want you to do this week. Create your own Social Security account at ssa.gov, SSA, Social Security Administration.gov, G-O-V. And you're going to set up your account, and it's really a pretty good website, if I don't mind saying so. And you're going to see what your benefit estimates are. You're going to put in your birth date and so forth, and your partner, your husband's, or your wife's, if you're legally married, your both birth dates, and then you're going to put in if you're divorced and you're widowed and so forth and so on. You're going to gather all your documentation beforehand, your marriage certificates, your divorce decrees, your death certificates, all that stuff, because you're going to put that in. Then you're going to calculate your options. Don't just look at one scenario. You're going to map out various claiming strategies. And then you're going to call a fiduciary person and get professional help, because they're going to put it through this piece of software that is snappier than snappy. And it just, I mean, I saw them, they're color coded, they're beautiful little charts, right? And they show you, okay, like if you die here, this is the benefit. If you choose this benefit and delay that benefit, that's the benefit. And it's a whole bunch of different choices. I love choices. So this decision is really far too important to guess. No. It would behoove you, if you didn't follow another thing that a fee-only financial planner would give you, you pay them for this fee-only analysis of Social Security, because they're optimization analyses that really give you those options in plain English, and it's very, very helpful to see it. I'm a very visual person. So again, Social Security agents can tell you what you're eligible for, but they cannot advise you on what's optimal for you. The decisions you make about Social Security are going to affect your financial security for the rest of your life. So take the time to understand your options and choose the strategy that maximizes your lifetime benefits. Now, I'm going to say to you, like sometimes the divorces are, very nasty, and your ex-spouse is not going to know if you are taking benefits on their benefit, nor that of their current spouse, if they're currently married, is going to be affected by your taking. Just between you and I, kind of think that's kind of really why Social Security a little bit, shy on money. I mean, first of all, they didn't allow them to invest in the stock market, which was like a silly and stupid limitation. But you have a lot of high income men, you know, and the statistics show that high earning men tend to, you know, have multiple relationships and maybe multiple marriages. And literally, you could have a high income man who's getting the maximum amount of social, married to 4 different women for at least 10 years apiece. Very likely. And all of those 4 women are drawing on it. And then he's drawing on his own. And then whenever he dies, his current wife is going to get the survivor benefit. For a single person like me, that kind of rots my socks, but it is how it was set up, and that's how it is going to be, because I don't have any I don't have any pull over that whole thing, but I'm just sharing with you. Now, next Monday, we're going to dive into investing essentials for women over 60. I'm going to share why conventional wisdom about conservative investing in retirement might be costing you money, and give you a straightforward approach, because you can count on that from me, to building wealth at any age. Don't forget to subscribe and join our Facebook community. The link is in the description below. Share this video with any woman who could benefit from this Social Security knowledge, because it is powerful stuff to know, and it is expensive not to know. So until next week, remember, you have more options and more power than you might even realize. Let's make sure you use all of that power for your benefit.